We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. About set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. Shoves him away. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 more yards there and another first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down, and will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll stay on the ground with Scatterby. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Dart going to give to Scatterby. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Scatterby is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this giant defense. So this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. So this game of our, Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
He's taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott Good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
First down, here's Scattergood. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Giants in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
To throw his dart. And that'll be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing his dart. He'll try and do this himself. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Brown the motion man right. That's quickly out to Harrison. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. They can't tackle it. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this 1st quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to move him around. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Hurts to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
At the 31-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run from the gun with Scatterbury. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A give, it's Scatterbury. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get this to Scatterbury. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 2nd down and 8.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Riggs.
Give up the middle, Scatterbury. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And once again, it's Scattergood. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Stephanie! Cougar 19! Check out!
Off the option, that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And now we've got a third and goal situation.
Third and goal.
Now they'll audible to something else.
70 range, 70 range.
They'll try to throw for it with Dart. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. They go play action with Hurts. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
An inside run to Scatterby. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18, Pioneer.
Here's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
63.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw now, Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, it's Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll start on the ground with Scatterbury. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Warriors 70. Hut, hut.
Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers. Ready?
To throw. Dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This short throw caught by Goddard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down in the yard.
Don't touch it. Hey, let's go. 73. Don't touch it.
Now back to throw. Now Hurts. He's going to do it himself. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Man on the left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing his dart. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Viking 18. Rig alert, rig alert.
From the gun, here's Dart.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
They'll go. Here's Dart.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Great. 73, Michael Hornet. Hey, easy, 63, back.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That ball caught by Harrison. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. That's complete to his running back, Scatterbury. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
60,
to the air, Dart. Catch made by Slayton. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hold it ready.
3rd and 20.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Come 19. Come 19. Hey, speed.
Dart going to look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
18. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw, Dart. He's going to let it fly. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Giants 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He finds his man complete. It's Fields. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready up! 18, Pioneer! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Okay, let's make some good plays today. Come on! Warrior 70! Come 19! Come 19!
Throwing, dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Bronco 80! Tracking 60! 19 Lions! Let's go!
They'll throw again. Dart. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Hey!
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Philadelphia, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they taste defeat for the first time